explosivos. Pretty much explosive. Someone put a bomb inside the bank. They're letting people out. What is up, guys? Thank you for watching Franco TV. So, heading to an area that looks remarkably like Europe. I'm gonna be taking you to a place where there's these cool umbrellas hanging down. There's a whole market there. The only thing that is unfriendly that I've seen so far are the dogs. Dogs seem to bark at you like they want to kill you. But kind of away from the town area. Hopefully I don't have no more dogs running after me. If I had $1 for every time I got chased by a dog already, I'm not posting it. Got chased like twice already, and there were small ones and I ran. I don't even know why. But today I'm heading towards a wonderful market that has this beautiful European vibe that I want to check out. Right now I have a bit of a walk up there, so this is pretty much what I'm working with. So I am in a place called Ezeiza, Argentina. Around this area, the climate seems to rain a lot. Right now it's just coming off winter, so it's not too rainy. It's kind of like drizzles a little bit, but when it rains, it pours out here, especially during the summertime. Right now it's cool, the weather's cool. It's kind of like about 50 to 60 degrees outside. And look at this. I don't know why, but I see this everywhere. If you are SSS, there's 666. I don't know what that means. So hopefully this guy's friendly, because yesterday I got a big dog. He was about almost 3 feet tall, and he came running up to me, but he just wanted a pet. I was freaking out, but he was a friendly one. It's just the ones that they have behind the gates, man. Those are the fierce ones. There's also a legend out here that they talk about a lot, which is apparently there's a werewolf or werewolves that live out here in Argentina. But I had a bit of an experience twice already, and it could have been just a normal dog, but the experience, let alone, was creepy as hell. I was sleeping in my room, and I always leave the window open so I could get air from outside, and all of a sudden you could hear from outside was these howling sounds. Ooh, but it wasn't like a dog, it was like literally sound like something you would see on a horror film, kind of like Fright Night, if you guys ever seen those shows. Doesn't this look like Italy? Look at that. It may look big for you guys, but for you it's a little bit smaller, but it still looks amazing. My favorite part, it's what's beyond these doors up here when you look up. Check this out. I swear to God, I've seen this on a wallpaper somewhere. Or like yeah, wallpaper screensaver with the umbrellas coming right out. This is the theater here. Ezequiel Campa Descendo. So if you guys recognize any of these people besides Queen, because that's not Queen, that's a different Queen. I'm thinking of Queen with Freddie Mercury, which is, I love Queen, big fan. My favorite song from Queen from Freddie Mercury is Bohemian Rhapsody. Jenny, but yeah, very more comical. You gotta be careful in the States because a lot of people will probably get offended. Oh, wow! See, I didn't see the signs here. But this is where I think they sell a miniature market here. I thought it was a lot bigger than this. There seems to be something up there I want to check out. So here is some of the things that are going on with the city, and also COVID related people that had passed away here. So that's kind of like another memorial site. Over here they're protesting for equal rights. From what I got so far is equal rights and some other things going on. And right over here is pretty much Argentina's version of the White House. Now if you can see, there's police officers here in the front, but right out here is where I believe the president for Argentina almost got assassinated. There was literally a gun up to her face where literally the guy went to pull the trigger and the trigger did not go off.
News out of Argentina. Shocking video of an assassination attempt targeting Vice President Cristina Fernandez. That video going viral, already shared millions of times on social media.
This whole area here has a very strong European vibe. A lot of the people from Europe came to Argentina and kind of gave it that decor that you see around, and it's beautiful. Another cool thing too is that there's a bank up there that's called Bank of Patagonia, or Banco Patagonia. Patagonia is a place at the tip of South America that I want to get to, And it's literally the edge of South America that leads you straight into Antarctica. And there's an abandoned prison out there I also want to check out, but I gotta make sure there's a little bit more content before I get to Patagonia. That's a bit of a trip, but I would love to go out there. There's also a lot of lore that I'm hearing that a lot of people from from the Nazi era moved or tried to escape that whole charade and came to Argentina, which they started a whole bloodline and family, which has a lot of pretty much of that era that's in here, fleeing that whole event, which is just made it to a museum. I love the fact that the museums out here are free. You can just walk right into them. Look at that. The thing is, some of them are pictures and some of them are real people, or are they all TVs? I can't tell. That one looks like a picture. I don't know if you guys ever played Assassin's Creed, but there's this one level in Assassin's Creed, I think when you're playing as Altair or whatever, you get to run across the rooftop area and jump, 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 and then blend in with the crowd. And they, I don't know, this place is bringing back my childhood, which really wasn't that long ago. But back in the day, there was a lot of pirates around this era, and pirates would come in through the whole shipping ports and the ocean line. And so there was a lot of pirating going on, smuggling, all sorts of stuff. But isn't that cool? Around this area. Look at this. I wonder if this is like an oh no, it's not an archaeological thing. Or is it? You do got this over here. That looks slightly interesting. I can see plumbing. So I just asked one of the guys over there, and they were telling me that there's a very deep hole that goes down here, which go into the caverns. Now all of this was done during that whole pirate era. I don't know the exact date, but it's right next to the historical library here, or not library, but museum. Let's check out the subway station. I've never been down there. Hopefully I don't have to pay automatically just going in. I'm not trying to take the train. So this is like a supermarket area. Oh, this is for mate. Mate is a very popular drink here. I don't know if it's illegal in the States, but mate, you take that, and it pretty much gives you energy. And yes, I've tried it. In fact, the homeowners that own the house that I'm staying in offered it to me.
El primer mate de tu vida, ¿no?
Sí, yo no sabía que es mate. Esto es legal en Estados Unidos. But yeah, it gives you energy. You sweat a little bit, but I actually like it. Usually I drink Coke to kind of wake up, but that is way much better. He's actually carving on the spot wooden figures and sells it here. And some other things like mate. You pretty much put herbs at the very top, and at the very bottom hot water, and then you just drink it, and that gets you going. No, solamente mirando, gracias. Okay, so this is the hot dog that I get. As you can see, it's almost the size. It's huge. It's a long one, and that cost me about $1.28. For a minute I thought that was an actual person. That's just a tall mannequin. I was like, damn, oh look, is that where they make them? You see how much they cost here? For a pack of beer, $94. Just for a pack. And that is pesos. So 94 in pesos will equal out to this. It's like $6.49. Am I doing this right? Hold on, let me see. 94. Nope, I had it right. $94 is 649 cents. I think I'm doing this wrong. That's the thing when it comes to the, all right, so let's try this one. That sounds more realistic. 220. So 220 is $1.52. There you go. So they pretty much take the cents and they spread it as much as they can. They actually have it in dollar bills. It's actually very confusing, but that's pretty much how they do it. So a nice liter of Coke is $149. That's probably $1.49 or maybe $2 for a bottle. This is a whole police thing here in Argentina. Look at the size of this thing, completely bulletproof. Sean would love this. Damn, that is badass. So I think something happened up here. The cops have it all blocked off down the road here. I'm not too quite sure what happened. So apparently the police he's actually trying to evacuate this whole area. There was a bomb threat. Apparently someone put a bomb inside the bank, and now there's a whole bunch of police departments outside trying to evacuate the whole building. I'm standing right in front of it right now. And that's probably why they're letting people out now. And there's a huge military truck on the other side that I just recorded, which I thought was odd. But yeah, someone just planted a bomb here. Explosives. See his jacket? Explosivos. Pretty much explosives. So they got the bomb squad out here, the Argentinian bomb squad. Okay, so update on the bomb threat. It finished. They actually took out the bomb. And then yeah, everyone seems to be safe there for now. But that's all part of what's going on here that I didn't even know what was going on. I thought this place was pretty chill, but apparently there's something going on behind the curtains that a lot of the people that are upset about. I'm not a local, so I don't know. I'm learning as I spend time here. But yeah, someone put a bomb threat, and I guess they feel like the government's stealing money from the people, easy money from the people, and that's why a lot of this corruption is going on, and a lot of the rioting and people here getting upset about. And I do know about the whole economy thing, so maybe that's all connected. Looking at some of the monuments, you can see that they actually graffitied or vandalized pretty much the monument. Look at that. I'm not sure why though. I don't know what these monuments mean. It's called roca, but maybe something that didn't make people too happy. I know that happened in our states where they're vandalizing everything. This is the famous church of the Pope. I think it's Pope Francis or George Mario Borgelio. This is a famous church of it. Holy crap. Maybe I shouldn't use the word holy, but wow. Look at the size of this church. Golly. So I think this is way bigger than Peru. What I liked about Peru was the underground catacombs. This one doesn't seem to have. They have the huge lifelike statue. It's kind of spooky. I mean, I'm not used to this, that's why. Look at his hands. Now you see how the paint's been rubbed off? That's because so many people have kissed his hands or touched his fingers. You usually see that a lot on statues. I'm a big fan of Leonardo da Vinci, and when he did his paintings on the ceiling, he would build a whole bed that went to the rooftop, and he would lay flat and paint while laying flat. And that's how all those paintings were done. Those are all real art right there. Someone laid flat for hours and just painted that. Oh, look. Oh my God. Look down there. I don't know if that's a statue or a preservation of one of the priests or popes. Oh my God. Ofrenda. That's offering. Look at this. That has to be the coolest altar I've ever seen. There's a door that goes right over here. I want to see what's behind that. So, do you guys have any idea what's on the inside of that? I know it's like a dome, but usually that holds something very precious. Bunnies. I was about to say something else, but it says bunnies. That's so cool. I think that said that somewhere else too. In Peru, I saw that on the roof. Okay, so around this area I have to be careful because people rob here a lot. I'm close to like a pickpocketing area once again, and so that's what I'm trying to be careful for. Check out the size of this place. It reminds me of that one place in New York where Spider-Man kind of goes up at the top. Or he's getting ready to fight a big boss or something. Look at that. So this is the train station that I'm trying to get to. This is going to take me to a really cool area around town. I'm only going on by word of mouth, so hopefully I don't get screwed. Gracias, señor. Alright, so right now I'm trying to see if I can get to the train, if I didn't miss it already. So this whole area is pretty much where I'm expecting my train to be at, but the train is missing. I think I'm gonna have to wait for the next one because I missed it. It apparently left like 15 minutes ago. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm waiting for. This is like a stopper here for the trains. Look at the size of this thing. For a minute I thought I lost my train, but I was wrong. I did not lose the train just yet. I still have some fight in me to begin with. Welcome to Tigre. I made it. So far it looks more emptier. I'm not in the city anymore. And what is that? But yeah, I'm not in the city anymore. This is where I am. It looks like a little small town village. This is definitely not the town, but this is the city of Tigre. So this should be something more or less what to expect. All right, so I think right around up here is where I get into the boat. And this is supposed to take me all around town. Over there are policia. See how the policia look like. Look at that. That's the police. I think they're cops. So now you can see the water's changing further up to here. Wow, this is beautiful though. This looks like a little place that you would see in Disney World. Look at that over there. You can see an abandoned ship. I have to block you guys from the wind. But look at that. That's a place that I could probably do a video at. I could probably do a video there if I could get in. Look at it. It's a whole ship just docked up there. Oh, that's amazing. All right, I'm gonna go downstairs because there seems to be a lot of wind. Oh, I almost died. There we go. Look at that. There's a whole bunch of abandoned ships everywhere. I wonder how many people passed away just falling off of here. That's my foot right here. Everybody coming in. I'm not supposed to pass this line. That is pretty cool. I want to point it outside, but it's all dark. And I can't go too far up there because it looks like somebody's rapping on the bus. I don't even know if I could see outside. Alright, so I just got off the train. And now I gotta find my way out of here. So this is the sign that I have to find. El Salida. That is where the conductor stays at. But apparently there is no conductor. So the plane runs rampant. They go full speed ahead. Now I'm on my way to the rooftop, in which I have no idea what to expect. I just kind of took the train to a random part of the city. And so I am fitting to find out. Baños. Okay, salida. I'm going with my gut instinct. And hopefully all turns out well. There we go. Ooh. I can feel that precious cold wind. It feels amazing. Wow. Where the hell am I? I'm not too quite sure where I am, but I am going to be walking through this area and seeing what I can find. Today is just kind of threw everything up in the air, and I'm waiting to see what happens, or what I get to see or experience or run into. See how that turns out. Let's go. Okay, so this is a flower that during the daytime it opens up and spreads open, and at night it actually closes and gets really small. Well, pretty much like how it is now. But at the daytime it opens up. Never seen it, but I just read about it just now. But look how beautiful it is. There's a lot of people out here. I kind of want to shine my flashlight, but because there's people here, I don't really know if I should or not. So right now I'm walking to this one area here, and it looks like I'm in Europe. Oh wow, I actually thought that was the person. Look at this. He's literally holding the tree. I don't know if somebody put him there. That is so cool. Look at all the things holding the tree up. And that's all coming from that tree over there in the back. How did they do that? I wonder if they put the guy's body here and then just put this over it, holding it. I don't know, but that is amazing. And this is why this place reminds me of Europe so much, is that when you look right over here, you have these cool European phone booths, kind of like from Doctor Who, but there's no phones on the inside. It's all been taken out. Recoleta. So I've just made it in to an overnight museum that they have here, completely free. They had like a little piece of paper where you could kind of like walk down and you know, it just kind of tells you where to go. But look at this. Isn't that cool? Just people come here to draw, sleep, and let me see what else. Oh, perdón. There we go. Look at this. It's a weird type of museum. I always thought of a museum that would have pictures everywhere on the walls, but this is just regular paint stuff. Look at this. It's the blue room. So check this out. Is that a sun? It's a bicycle of some sorts. I'm not really sure how you would drive it, because if the foot pedals are back, unless you're driving it looking this way and you're kind of like on a harness, so it looks like you're jumping, but then there's a back brace. I'm not quite sure how this works. And if it had a name, oh, right over here, Jesus. Well, I found it. This is Provincia Newt. She's traveled very far on top of this bike. Oh, I was kind of right. That's how you would do it. And a parachute. Does she jump off of it, or does that? I don't know. I'm confused. And she's drinking this. Is that mate? That's a big thing of mate, if that's mate. All right, so at this point now, I'm making my way back into the subway station, hoping, which it should, it only goes one direction, and that direction is back where you pretty much came from. So what I want to do is go back to the town that I was just in, because from there I'm still an hour away from where I originally started, which was Seitas or something. I think I said that wrong. It's probably not Seitas, but yeah. So right now I am right up here, okay? I'm gonna take the train down right here till it gets to Corrientes, which means electricity. That's the name of the town. It's good. Well, that street is electricity. Then make a right and go all the way over here to Leonardo de Alem. So this is the oldest train now. I made it to the other side. And these trains look like they're full of people. See? This reminds me of liminal spaces. I finally get to walk inside of a subway without having people. Look at that. And what's crazy is that when you look back, you can see the whole angle of the train going side to side. Again, you guys probably are like, Frank, we see this all the time, Frank. You're over exaggerating. Well, this is foreign to me, okay? There's a lot of things that I haven't seen. I finally made it to the center of wherever the heck I'm at. But this is like a city square area. Look at that. It's even got like a Washington monument way back there. It's not Washington, I keep saying that, but it's not. It's completely different. And there's a lot of people.
Pero vamos a estar todos los viernes de octubre. Va a estar toda la info acá abajo, ¿no?
Todo la info acá abajo, lee, Mabel, no te vamos a contar todo, lee. Todos los viernes de octubre.
That's awesome. This definitely looks like a bit of a Las Vegas strip walking down here. But there seems to be a lot of drag queens outside. That is something new. I don't really see so many. Usually you'll see probably one or two next to a popular club or something. But out here, they're like in every corner. Let's see how this looks. Oh, I don't know if this is appropriate. Okay, so I finally now made it to where I wanted it to see. Apparently on the very top of that right up there, there's a bell. And that's it. Look at that. And there's even security cameras up there. See those cameras on the side? They're watching all the traffic. And that's a little monument there. I just finished walking all this, all the way down there. I mean, there's a lot of going on further up there. But I think from over here it starts to split into a bit of a Y incision. And then that's the end of it. So this road here, I'm right next to the monument right now, is the biggest road in Argentina, Peru. Not Peru, what am I saying? In Argentina. That's the monument there. Yeah, I didn't even know that. This is the biggest road that exists in the country from what I'm told. Isn't that cool? And what really excites me is that they actually have, I haven't seen one yet, but I see it now, a KFC. Holy crap. This is the whole airport, and that's where I almost had a nervous breakdown when they told me I couldn't go. Then they wanted to know how many batteries I had to get onto the plane right over there. They wanted to know the batteries, my return flight. Like, it's almost like they're looking for anything to tell you that you can't go and pay $1,000 for anything. It's just like, it's ridiculous, but I made it on. I'm good. I found a cheaper flight for about $200 for me to return back to Argentina. I am going to be making my way back here because I found a whole bunch of other locations that I didn't have enough time to record and to explore. I want to make sure I kind of milk this place dry before I make it back to the United States, picking up the truck. But I'm here now. I gotta wait till about 4 or 5 in the morning before my plane takes off. And I did find this really cool statue here. I guess Argentina has a very famous soccer player. He's painted all around the city. I know there's gonna be a lot of you that know who he is, but I don't know who he is. It's very authentic. He's got nice cats. I could use some cats like that. Finally finished the security check, which is by far the most annoying thing. Like, I'm already sweating and the guy touched my butt. I should have charged him. Too bad I only take PayPal. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
De nuevo la foto, Fran.
Okay.
Ay, no. Ahora sí.
Gracias. Ah, perdón. Tiene sueño. Okay, so my seat number is 28. That's my airplane. And making my way inside. I bought a compass. I know you guys are probably gonna be like, really, Frank, a compass? Look at that. But I want to see how it works on an airplane. Now I know an airplane probably has, oh, yep, that about explains it. If you look at it right now, everywhere I turn it, it seems to be connecting to the front of the plane as north. See, it turns, but then it stays over there. It's actually really weird, actually, because that's probably not accurate. See how it's just staying stiff? Usually it doesn't stay that stiff. Same thing with my watch. Oh, that's interesting.
Máscara de oxígeno caerán automáticamente sobre su asiento. Tire la máscara, colóquela sobre su nariz y boca. Deslice la banda elástica alrededor de su cabeza, ajuste y le respire normalmente.
Oye, te hablo desde la
just warned that we're going through a storm, and I'm going to be hitting a lot of turbulence. So this plane's going to be shaking a lot. And it already is starting to shake. I had bad turbulence coming from Colorado to Florida. This one might be worse because I never got a warning. So let's see what happens from there on forward. Okay, so now I gotta get to the hotel, and then from the hotel, start searching up for locations around Chile. I already got a couple of them that I've been wanting to check out while I was in Argentina, and then from there, I make my way back to Argentina. I'm really considering taking that adventure to Patagonia. That place, I'm telling you, I don't know what it is, but for some reason it's calling me, and it was only by rumors how I heard it. But anyway, let's keep going. Hola. So this is a piece of paper here in Chile. This is the first time I've done this, but it says Bienvenidos a Chile. Welcome to Chile, to be filled out by any person entering the country. So I gotta put my information on this and turn it in and see where this takes me. Hopefully within the country. I've now made it to a bus here. I'm gonna see if I could get to the next area that I'm trying to get to. So this bus should take me out towards the city where I would be able to get a hotel. And then from there, I guess I start working tomorrow, I guess. Start searching, or maybe I might take tomorrow off because I'm exhausted. It has been a long day. What's up, guys? It is day 1, Chile. We're kind of day 2 because I got back. I actually got rest as soon as I got back to the house. I was so tired once I got here. I made it to a little hostel area where I'm going to be staying the night as I get some of the locations done here that I want to get done. This place is kind of tiny, like very, very compact, but you know, it's a place. I've actually been through worse, but this is where I'm staying at as of right now. This is all the security measures for the door. There's a lock here, lock here, lock here, and then an extra broomstick handle with a wedge that goes right to the bound to get, oh, ouch, that hurt. Come on, we're just there. But anyway, this is all metal down here, and I guess that's a door stopper. This is the hallway. This is my room inside here. It's a bit of a mess. I have a lot of stuff in there, and it's just kind of a bit of a small room. This is the bathroom. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Yeah, you just open up the curtain. Again, there's other people that live here. There's a room over here, and I think there's a room over here to the side, or maybe 2 rooms in there. I'm not really sure. I don't go into those areas. That's not mine. Only this part right here is mine. This is where I go. This is the small bathroom that I walk into, which clearly, as you can see me walking inside, it's already tight and confined. There's not enough pressure in the toilet, so you have to use a bucket on the inside. That bucket, you pour water into the toilet, and that gives it enough pressure to take down whatever beautifulness that you've left from the gift of the heavens. And then there's this picture that I was told on briefly when I walked in. Check this out. This is a picture of the owner's husband. It's kind of right here in the middle of the living room area. While sleeping with his wife, had a heart attack, screamed, and just said, ah, and had his mouth open like this, just like that, and just passed away. She woke up, she says, what happened? You okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? What happened? You had a bad dream. Didn't respond. He actually passed away. She didn't want to leave him just yet, so she stayed with the body for 3 nights before finally realizing maybe it's time to let go. And that's when that happened. Well, that's the picture, and that's the story I was told upon coming here. It is now later in the day. I did pick up that electrical outlet that I wanted to get. I don't want to show too much of where I'm at. I did have a bad incident in Argentina where someone showed up to the place I was staying uninvited expecting to do something and was not going to happen. I find that very disrespectful, only due to the fact that it's not my house, it's a place that I'm living at, and even if it was, that makes me feel like my safety has been compromised. You know, I don't know who anybody is, and it's just, you just don't do that. It's a bad idea. But that's what happened in Argentina. I didn't want to talk about it until after I left. So let's go on with our adventure. All right, I'm trying to, I don't want to keep the camera to my chest too long because it makes it obvious that I'm recording. So if you see me pointing the camera down low, it's just so it doesn't look too obvious. But that's the beautiful city here. This up here are prostitutes. They work this corner here. Just gets worse from here on forward. This is the center of the town. So this is where I'm going to be very careful and not hold the camera too close to my face. Just for now, until I find a better way of disguising this thing. Again, there's a lot of pickpockets here, so if you notice, a lot of people wear their book bags on their chest, not even on their backs. You don't want to look like a person that's distracted either.
Porque Cristo me cambió la vida. ¿Cuántos Cristo le cambió la vida? ¿Ah? Fue Jesucristo el que nos cambió la vida. Nos fueron, oye, muchas veces los pobres delincuentes, aleluya, adentro de una casa, torturan a los
I found a place where they sell some panchos, aka hot dogs. That is what I'm about to eat. I am starving right now. I'm going to the Rivera. I think someone caught me. So the park that you guys just seen at that whole area, that place is a really well-known place for also pickpocketing, prostitutes, and even drug dealing. There was a lot of cops there yesterday I was hearing about. I want to see if I could do a nighttime venture through that area, but I have to also be very careful for my safety. This is something that's very dangerous, and I'm not really much of a fan of being in a heavy social area, because that tends to be where a lot of problems tend to happen. But I'm gonna do it. This is kind of what I do. I want to show you guys the sides of adventuring, the pros and the cons, and also having to look for locations. I haven't even looked for a location just yet, but I do have a couple marked down for what I want to check out. Just got my food. These are my 2 hot dogs. The hot dogs are inside, and in here is the ketchup and mustard on both sides here, which looks delicious. Okay, so moment of truth. Let's see how good it is. The panchos taste good. Remember, they call these panchos. It's like a pancho, but there's another name too. Let's see. Oh, completos. Panchos, completos, hot dogs, pretty much. That's what it's all called. I got like a ton of people running by me 24/7. This whole area here is so congested, it's ridiculous. So a lot of the people that you just saw kind of brushed up on the wall there, those are, a lot of them, I don't really know all of them, but a lot of them are Peruvian. And apparently there was this conflict that happened back in the day between Peru and Chile. And there was a war that went on. I want to watch my back, make sure nobody comes and snatches the GoPro. But there was a war that went on. And in fact, that one graveyard that I went to, the really big one with the tomb, a lot of the people that fought in that war are actually buried inside there. Since that big war, a lot of them are suppressed here and are kind of pushed to the side and not paid attention to as much, or even kind of mistreated a lot because of that. And so that is information that I'm told. If you guys know more about that, you can say it in the comments below. But yeah, just be respectful, I guess. But that's kind of what I'm learning as I'm out here. That's the part I don't like too much, is because they sometimes shove pictures in your face. Holy crap, it's full here. Not gonna lie, I thought that guy was gonna try to snuff me for a second. Gracias. Came to the people that were cutting haircuts. They have these big, large signs, right? And what they would do is they would take their sign and hold it right in front of your face, so you can't really see what's going on. It distracts you, and somebody could bump into you and you got something going on in front of you. You could easily be distracted, kind of like a magic trick where they distract you with one hand and fool you with the other. So right now I'm in the supermarket and I'm in the mood for buying a nice energy drink, which is what I want. Thing is, I'm still trying to get accustomed to how the money works here, because everything here is completely different from what I know. And if I could get a good, nice energy drink to keep my heart filled up with love and sugar with a higher beat of a heart rate, my first thing is gonna be bang, aka bread. And if you look here, you can see how the prices are. This is $1,000 for a loaf of bread, but it's not really. In America, it's more like $10 than it is $1,000. So this is the bang from this one. I might get two, just to be safe, because I don't really know anything about these brands. But yeah, so I would say $1,000 is $10. Damn, $10 for bread is expensive, now that I just thought about it. Okay, moving forward. There's a guy in the store right now looking like he's about to get in a fight with someone. Okay, let's go. I guess that guy set off the alarm for that building. He was telling the guy, give me 5 minutes outside with you. For some reason, he really wanted to fight security. I tried to get the best shot of it on camera, but there was a lot of people going around, and I did not want him seeing me. So I'm getting closer to the mountain. You could already start seeing like a little bridge walkway right up there that I may need to be the one walking through there. But the mountain's a lot bigger than this. This is just the area to get up there. So I have a bit of walking to get to. But so far it's pretty nice. As you see right up there is where I want to get to. That's going to take me to the top of the mountain there. Yeah, that's another one right over there, which should be interesting. This is the front of the complex. I'm going to see if I can make my way up and seeing what is up there. So I finally made it up. I wasn't able to go alone, so they put me in with the whole family. So now it's just awkward because I don't really want to talk too much, but look at that view. Those are the snowy mountains that I see on the airplane on my way down here. So I've now made it up to one of the highest areas here, and you can tell it's gotten a lot much quieter than where I was before. You can feel very breezy, all the wind coming in. Look at that. Look how far of a fall that is. I used to drive up mountains like this in the truck. Look at the radio towers up there. Wow. See how it looks like when I get out of here. So look at how big that tower is. So I've traveled a little bit higher up, and if you look, this is the statue that you can see from way down within the city lines down there. And this is like a whole little church area. I think one of the popes probably came down here. And that's, look at that right there. I've seen this one old video where everyone starts celebrating a statue. I don't know if it was like this, but it was a statue. I'm not sure if it was of the Virgin Mary, but it starts moving. Everyone starts crying, and you can see it moving in the cloths in the bottom right there. Starts waving in the wind, which is actually pretty cool. Okay, so this is the view from up here. Look at that. Look at the beautiful view. I just went across like 3 mountains that way. Let me see where I went to. Hold on. I went from, let me make sure it's right. Okay, so if north is there, I went from northeast to the southeast side of the mountain here, all the way over here on this side. And that's the whole city here of Chile. Well, yeah, Chile. And look down here. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in. Let's see how close we can zoom into these buildings. Woo. Look at that. I love that. This kind of reminds me of a tsunami video. There's like these tsunami videos that you see, and they zoom right into the whole water going in. Look down there. Those are the little remnants of snow on the mountain caps here. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So I'm gonna try to make my way up to the space observatory. See? Observatory de Manuel Foster. I hope I could go inside though. But that's an adventure to find out on my way up there. It's one hell of a walk up here. Holy crap. I can kind of see it. It's just the telescope is closed. So I don't know why they would say it's open. So I just made it up here. I found out that you can't go inside. The guy down there told me you could, but apparently you can't. But the observatory is just behind this set of foliage here. It's kind of connected with these really cool antennas, but it's all closed down. So at this point now, I'm gonna get this bus here, and I think this bus, maybe it might not be this one, but I'm gonna take this bus all the way back down to where I came up from, because I am super high up, and see how that goes. So I finally made it into the bus now. I'm gonna be making my way back down to the bottom of the mountain. Right now it's not that full, see? But a lot of these people out here are gonna be going into the bus, so it's probably gonna start getting packed any minute now. Look at that. So I just got off at this random bus stop here. I'm not really sure. The guy just told me, just keep going this way, make a left, and you should be there. That's kind of like 90% of my day in different countries, I'm confused. And I always say it in Spanish. I'm always confundido, like always. Because I really have no idea what the hell's going on. I just kind of take life like a dream and just wander into things. So finally I have a bit of a game plan now. I'm just walking and I'm like, wow, that's a cool building. And these people up here just told me, well, you could actually go to the very top floor. You might have to pay a little bit, but you take an elevator and it takes you all the way to the highest building, to the top of the floor. Wow, that's loud. Right there is where I think I'm gonna start heading to next. It's the tallest building here in Chile. And I'm gonna see if I can make it to the very top of it and have a cool little view around it. I wish I could just kind of have my own personal drone and just record around it 360. So I finally made it off the brush area. I'm now on the street, and right beyond my sights is this magnificent building. So tall and phallic-like. I just gotta see if I can make it inside, and hopefully they can give me access inside with the help of a few dollars or pesos. Wow, look at those paths. Oh, Jesus. Are you okay, sweetie? Look like you hurt yourself. There's nothing that little kids won't do to patch that right up, buddy. See, I told you, fool. I knew you were. No, shut up, bro. I'm just kidding. You're like undercover or something. An undercover brother, like a police, but without no one knowing. So before I go up here, I want you guys to know that this is the second most tallest building in South America. And that's one of the reasons I want to go to here. My dad got to check out the World Trade Centers right before they collapsed. And I've kind of had a thing for skyscrapers, so hopefully this will be just as interesting. All right, so I've now made it into the building, and I'm trying to see if I can find the elevator to go up. It seems to be right behind this wall area here, and that's where I need to find the elevator to Casa Doom. All right, so I found the way in. I went to the wrong door. Security's like, son, what are you doing? I'm like, not you. No, I'm just kidding. But no, it was actually this one. So now I go talk to those young, lovely ladies and one male. Oh no, that's, I don't know. Well, talk to these people here and they should let me upstairs.
Bueno, estamos en la torre más alta de Sudamérica, que tiene 300 metros. Ahí pueden ver en la pantalla que el ascensor es de alta velocidad.
Okay, so I just made it to the top of this area. Holy crap. Jesus, I feel like I'm on a plane again. You can see the slight mist of the fog right out there. Oh, this is awesome. So according to my phone, I'm 2,000 feet, or 2,000 feet 83, wait, 2,083 feet up in the air. And I swear it just set it here for a second and I just lost signal. Hold on. Come on, phone. There's this little upgrade I want to get for my watch. There he goes, 2,080 feet elevation right now. I guess it works better the more closer I am to the side of the place. Oh, that looks abandoned down there. Way down there, see it? Oh, that looks abandoned. If you look right over there, that's the statue I was just standing in front of when I went onto that mountain. See it? Look at that. I wonder if you can still see the people down the road. I'm standing as still as I can. But if you look really carefully, you can see people walking up that road area. Wow. Look at that view. If I go all the way into the floor, look, you can see the lake that I was just standing at too. Right over there. See, this is why I say it looks kind of like Las Vegas. Like a Hollywood sign would kind of be somewhere right over here, and right over the bridge line area, on the other side of the mountain, you would see the whole flat, not Hollywood, what am I saying, Las Vegas. Or Hollywood. Hollywood kind of does look like this in California. Let me see if I could zoom in. Let's zoom into the watchtower right over here. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I feel like my eyes are starting to flare up on me since I got here. My allergies have been on and off, and so my eyes start feeling like they don't have enough moisture being out here. But this is truly insane. Usually there's like a waiting line to get onto something so high. This is the other side of the building now. And wow, look at that. Look at the mountain line. And right above the fog is the beautiful snowy capped mountains that just keeps reminding me of Patagonia. So it's interesting because the more you keep kind of looking down with the telescope, you can start seeing little things that you didn't even know was there. Little cool locations and stuff like that. It kind of reminds me of Assassin's Creed, where to know where you are, you kind of have to get to the highest point. Oh wow. Here's a lot more quieter. I'm gonna come this way. He really wants that selfie. Oh, I see. Whew, that sun. That's the open sky room. I wasn't sure if I could come up through here. I know people that would climb up right up to there and start climbing to the very top of this place. But that is the open sky room. Look at all the traffic down there. This is some art stuff that they have on the parks. This is the kind of stuff I would do on Area 51. I would kind of go as the highest place on the mountain, and then I would look down and you could see all the objects and flying things. Over here, I just saw it by accident, and I'm like, oh wait, that looks like an entrance to a cave. Let me zoom into it. Seeing what's there. See that door? That's a built-in structure, and it almost looks abandoned. Oh, wait a second. I know where that is. You remember when I went to the park and I was looking at the fishes and I was crossing over the rocks? I'm not sure if I put it on the video or not, but that happened. Well, right down there, not too far from there, are these tunnels or doors. Can I zoom in more? Yes, I can. Those doors look like they lead to something underground that I'm not too sure of. I am going to look into this. That actually looks really interesting. So at this point of the video, I'm starting to have a pretty bad allergic reaction or an allergy with my eyes. So I am trying to find a pharmacy where I could be able to put some liquid in my eyes, like some sort of antibiotic, because they're getting extremely dry. And I almost have to keep my eyes so squinted that I can barely see because of how dry they are. Not sure why, but I'm not the only one out here that's been having allergies. So it's definitely, I think it could be the trees or something, and everything's pollinating because summer's coming. So right now I kind of changed my quest up into finding a pharmacy. So these are the eye drops that I just bought. It's called Thrive. It almost looks like a male enhancement type of drug, but it's not. It's definitely I mean, not that I would moving forward. So it says 2,200, and what that equals out to in dollars is about $2 for some Thrive. Pretty cool. So I made it back to the supermarket where that one guy almost got into a fight. Let me see if I can get some hot dog bread. And after the hot dog bread, what else am I gonna get? Hot dog bread and some soda, just because I like to drink Cokes at night. See where I could guess. So far I have 2 hot dog bread, and now I'm about to get some hot dogs somewhere around here, and a book bag. I did buy a book bag. Now there's something that I was told, I was actually taught this in Peru, that if you're ever gonna travel and you're gonna start bringing your equipment, don't use your camera book bags that you use for all your stuff, because it's kind of like a dead giveaway that you have camera equipment. So I bought a book bag. They call it book bag of chancho, pretty much a chancho book bag. It looks like a cheap book bag, nothing special. And yeah, with that book bag I could put all my stuff in it. I'm never gonna be able to record. I've been trying to record and I got people just staring at me like left and right, like this guy. I'm trying to walk around in circles, but it's making it kind of hard. But that's what I did. I'll show it to you when I get to the house. So I have been trying this new energy drink, and it's called Score energy drink. And oh my god, it tastes so good. Oh shit, now I almost dropped the whole thing. Well, that's that. Anyway, I've been trying it, and it tastes so good. I am freaking loving it. Okay, so this is that book bag I was telling you about. It's kind of where I put all my stuff. And so right now I'm passing by the working girl area, so that one's kind of awkward. I mean, you got to be careful because not everything seems as what it looks like. You may think they're girls and they're not. So I finally made it back to the house. I got my stuff there. I'm gonna make it upstairs. But thank you for watching this vlog. I hope you guys like what you've seen. I'm gonna have a more in-depth look going into the more dangerous areas on my next coming up vlogs. Going to the marketplaces, really diving into them. This is something I wanted to show you as far as getting my bearings down, top of the ground, kind of having a bird's eye view of how this whole place looks like. And I think I have a pretty good idea, let alone I know there's always Google Earth, but I always like to do that, just get to the top ground. But anywho, that being said, I will see you guys in the next vlog. Bye guys.